Well, thank you so much for joining us for our podcast Here First. It's a podcast designed to help you, the people at Chester First Baptist Church, to kind of share our thoughts with you, our vision with you, our God-driven ideas with you, and just a way to share with you. And today I am joined with Senior Pastor Dr. Mike Fogerson.
What up, y'all? Good to see you.
And I am Ridge Fogerson, and thank you for joining us. Dad, how'd your week go?
My week's going fine. I feel like I've been snorting pollen for about a week. I think my allergies are about to kill me, but other than that, enjoying the weather change and the fishing and things like that. How about you, little man?
My week has been awesome. I mean, it's been a pretty good week.
Good.
Yep, it's been good. So last week, your message was avoiding wrong words, and that was the first sermon in that series. I really enjoyed it. I heard some good things about it.
Did you hear some good things about it?
I did.
It went well, I think, for the first part, and we'll start the second part this coming Sunday, called Knowing the Difference Between Reacting and Responding, and knowing the difference makes the difference. And we're looking at the difference of the two and what can go right when we respond and what can go wrong when we react. It's going to be a good message.
Well, I'm excited about it. I really did enjoy it last week.
Good.
And so that's a 4-week series?
It is a 3-week series.
3-week series.
Yep,
okay.
This will be the middle of it. Then we've got one more week after this, which will be Building the Bridge, Words That Bring Us Together. And then the first Sunday of May, we're going to license you into the preaching ministry at the church. So this is a 3-week series, and then we're going to do a one-off with you preaching and licensing you. And it's going to be a big Sunday for us. We're really excited about it.
I'm excited about it, too. I think it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so our Connect groups, we took a week off, so that means this Wednesday we didn't do anything. We didn't have the Connect groups, just kind of wait for us to recharge our batteries.
Yep.
And now this coming Wednesday, I don't know the date, do you?
This coming Wednesday will be April 21st.
21st, and at 6 p.m. we are starting our Connect groups called A Place Called Heaven.
Yep.
Share with us a little bit about that, Dad.
Robert Jeffes, he's the pastor of First Baptist Dallas. He did this study called A Place Called Heaven. Talks about what heaven's like, what do you see, what you'll experience, what it will look like throughout eternity, and what you can expect when you get there. And what have your loved ones who died in Christ, what have they been doing since they've been gone? So we'll be looking at those things. And they can register for that online at chesterfbc.org. And we're going to be starting that next week, so they need to do that ASAP. But it's going to be a really good study. It's 6 weeks, and then you'll have a week or two off. And I think that's kind of a cool thing about Connect groups. I was talking to Kelsey over at the church. The neat thing about these Connect groups is that you have 6 on, and then you'll have a week or two where you have a break. And that's a nice reprieve. That's a nice respite. It's a nice way to take a breath and then dig back into something else. So I'm kind of liking that.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. And so it's time for our weekly segment, Growth Thoughts. And Dad, you're taking that this week. Take it away.
Yeah. I am taking the idea from Mark Clifton's book, Reclaiming Glory. It's talking about revitalizing dying churches. And this is part of the book work that I'm using for a church revitalization certification I'm doing through Church Answers, Tom Rainer's group. What he said in here was that churches that are dying or they're no longer making an impact on their community, one of the things that a church should be doing is stuff outside of the church so people in the community can see that church is doing something. This is what Clifton writes. He says, your building communicates a message to your neighborhood. Dying churches often tell the neighborhood that the gospel is irrelevant and unimportant, but when people in a neighborhood see a building that once looked dead but now appears to be alive and filled with ministry and activity at all times during the day, they begin to see the church as an instrumental part of the neighborhood. That has kind of been where we've been as a church for a while, but now we're kind of redoing it. We're relaunching that idea, and we're going to be doing a coffee wagon in front of the church. We're going to soft launch of that this weekend, and in fact, these are the cups that members can get. You can get them at $5 a pop, which is about what we have in them. But if you're a first-time newcomer, you'll be able to get one of these cups for free. You go online with your phone and give us some information, and we're going to hand this to you.
And I mean, we got some drip here, you know. These are some good-looking cups.
This is solid swag, man. This is handmade coffee cups right here. This is quality stuff. So that will be available starting this weekend. To me, if I was driving by the church on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock and I saw 20, 30 people, social distanced, obeying COVID guidelines, drinking coffee, talking, I would say that's the church I want to go to. That looks like fun. They're doing something. And also, we are doing the drive-in this weekend, which is going to be open for everybody. They're out in the public. It would also be kind of cool to drive by on a Friday night and see a parking lot full of cars enjoying a family-safe night of a drive-in right here in the middle of town, drive-in on State Street, but to see that the church is playing an active role in the neighborhood. We're not just a building that's open one day, one and done, but we're a group of people who we've been in this community for 84 years. We've been at 719 State Street for 84 years. That is a God-given address to reach people in this town. God placed us here for a reason, to reach Chester. And that's what we're wanting to do, and that's what we're trying to do. The growth principle is let the people in the community see our church doing something for the community. We're not just here saying, hey, give us something or do something for us. We're not trying to build a crowd.
Yeah, we're here to say, what can we do for you?
What can we do for you, and how can we help you walk closer to Jesus?
Yep.
That's what we're here for.
We're in the community for the community. Our address, 719 State Street. That is no mistake. We are here for them.
That's right.
That's right. And you kind of already hit on it. We got to drive in this Friday night. We're starting at dusk. I believe that's 7:30.
The movie starts at dusk. The parking lot will be open at 7:30.
Okay.
We'll have cornhole bags there for people to play, and we've got some cool stuff planned for the evening, and we've got all kinds of food. Going to have security, going to have safety. Restrooms are going to be available. It's going to be a good time.
All right. Yep, we're showing Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman 84, yo. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good time. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. You have anything else you want to say, Dad?
I do not. I appreciate all the work you've been doing, Ridge. You're pulling the heavy load for all the social ministry that we're doing, so I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Well, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and as always, a big thank you to Chester First Baptist Church. Their vision is to love God, love people, and they're trying to live like Jesus. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast, and we'll see you next week. Remember, you heard it here first.